Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to episode 56 of FIREMINED. And as you can see, today we're going to get started with making the tomb for the Duchess really nice, as it is fashion among the dwarves of the Towers of Age to have a real fancy fetish for your own death. So let's do that. On the other hand, I felt like I want to beauty up this place here a little bit with some silver flooring, and well, we got a lot of digging to do and building to do. That's what we got. So I just felt like completing this area a little bit before I started today's episode. I did some preparation and went here for the final placement spot for the pedestal number 7. It took me quite some thinking, but I was really happy with that one. Alright, so let's head back to business, but I really want to know before we do how a engraved glass floor looks like. Well, seems like it's looking really a lot like regular engraved flooring. Well, kind of a letdown, but I didn't expect too much here. So, back to the adamantine mines. So, we got to excavate the water area, and, well, there's a couple of pockets that we need to take care of today, and there's still a couple of magma cavities that we haven't taken hold of yet, so yeah, it's the usual, putting down doors, setting up fortifications, monitoring the construction of the screw pumps. I cannot wait to get it done, in all honesty. I recently realized that once we got the pump stack done, we are basically done with one of the main objectives of this entire series. I was today quite surprised when I thought about it and realized, yeah, we are basically just connecting the last couple of screw pumps together and then we're done. I I was quite surprised with that. It just happened, so I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's not as if this wasn't a pretty big piece of work after all, but at the same time, it's been a very fulfilling part, or piece of work at the same time. Yeah, really enjoying myself with that a lot. So, Monum still Earth's fighting against the tides. I wonder if he's getting pushed into the magma and being encased into a piece of obsidian. You see, that is something that can absolutely happen if you dawdle back into the magma by the pushback. Everybody was lucky today. Alright. So, let's put this down, and I'm still quite busy trying to get all of the cavities opened here. So, but I'm quite happy with the methods so far. I mean, we do have a pretty safe approach to all of this. We had a relatively low amount of dead dwarfs. I call it like that because we did have quite a couple of dead people here, but what can I do? Adamantine mining is a dangerous profession. That's something we can all agree on. All in all, FIREMINED still stands very, very weakened. Our military, let's have a look at our barracks. Quite curious to see how they have developed. So yeah, accomplished fighter, talented hammer dwarf, skilled hammer dwarf, competent striker. As you see here, this place is not really filled with legendary fighters anymore. A pigtail toga. Okay, well, is that supposed to go to the queen or something like that? I mean, it's worth 22 grand. It has yellow diamond on it. The object is adorned with hanging rings of diorite. The artwork relates to the mortal wounding of the dwarf Babok tomb wield by the Cyclops Naza 8 years. Oh yeah, I remember that incident. So, okay. Image of melted blocked the donkey leather armor. Is that something we created here, or? I can't remember that name. Well, they very often refer to items that are all over the world. So, all right. Another pump closer to the end. I'm really so happy to see that we're making that much progress lately. And since I now know how I can make it happen, you know, in both directions, this is really a good feeling. This gives me the feeling that we're making progression here. A translucent metal sandal. All right. That is, yeah, epic treasures. Of course, of course. So I really don't know why the magma level here all of a sudden dropped. That is kind of odd. A giant olm is fighting with... Alright, so the Sacks of Controlling had a bit of a punch out with a giant olm. And let's check with these. There's a legend among them. Another legend. Competent and proficient. Let's see, there's a bundle of dwarves. Skilled and adequate. Competent. Yeah, looking at all this, that's clearly showing me why I am not willing to take any fights with any demons. Let's check back here. Proficient and skilled. Proficient, skilled, adept. These are good enough to take down goblins in dozens and such, but not the terrors of the depths. Nah. We are not ready for that kind of business yet, sadly. But we are slowly getting there. We are clawing our way up to the top. That's what we do. Alright, clearly this is just one water pocket. Famous last words. How does this dissipate? I really don't know. Oh, now I get it. We quench the fires down here, and that stuff just keeps dropping down below. So we're emptying these pockets by quenching the fires down here. Top notch. 10 of 10. Would do again. So we can cancel that one, as we have now made our way up there. So let's hope nobody manages to get flushed down into the crevice. I know my dwarves, you know, they do those things, you know. It's just what they sometimes have to do. They're like lemmings. I don't know if you ever played the game, where you had to solve puzzles by randomly killing your dudes in very creative ways. It's a very, very old game, but it's also a very, very cool one. Or at least I had a lot of fun while I was a kid with that. I don't know how it would hold up in my current age. Anyways. So our nobles are going crazy with their demands as of late. Ozol and Momus, they're both getting impatient. They all want results. They're waiting for too long, and they're trying to quench their impatience with random baubles and trinkets of different sorts. That's what they do, yeah. I mean, in all honesty, FIREMINED is in a very desolate state. We might be currently looking like we're on our path to greatness, but never did we ever mourn that many losses, and never were we weaker, you know. That's one thing that I cannot stress out hard enough, that FIREMINED is currently on its weakest. It's very tragic to me, but it is what it is. So, always pump to the upward slope. There we go. But all in all, I find it a really wonderful thing that we are able to pick open these cavities like that. Right. Let's give ourselves access to this area. And there's another one of the pockets. Damn it. There's a lot of stuff going on there. It's evil. Evil is happening down here. That's what it is. Well, we're holding up quite decently, though. Year 144 is reaching its end. Slowly, the whole madness here is going over. What does the giant owl make that far up on the surface? I'm asking myself, but I'm actually not that inclined to find out. Somebody dragged it up here for some reason, and that's all I need to know. So, another day, another pump. I can't wait to set this machine in motion. It's going to be... It's really one of those things that I'm very sincerely waiting for. So let's put some doors in here while we're on it. This is going to be quite a hustle and bustle as well, but whatever. As you see, we do need a lot of doors here. More than we have constructed, and that's why I'm ordering that up front, because I don't want to have to wait once we're done with all that stuff until we got the doors manufactured. Imagine waiting 3 episodes only for doors. That's what I'm afraid that might happen. So we prevent ourselves from that fate. So we do need turret here. This is mandatory. There it goes. Okay. So, do we put up a wall or a door? I think it's going to be a door. Yeah, of course we don't have access to doors right now. Okay. So I figured we're just going to include the construction of the door now into the routine of getting things done here. I feel like that's a smart thing. All right, we're getting there. Nice. It's really nice to see that we've braved yet another floor down here. We can safely excavate that entire central part here, as there's no hidden cavity inside there. We have perfect vision on all of these, and therefore we can safely expand or reach, except for that one. This is a bad, this is a nasty one, but no, it ain't. So let's see, we can safely dig all the way up until there, but let's take this off like that, and now we clearly see that we are inside our boundaries. A potash maker has been found dead in the trees. Oh dear. Poor old Jurist. Let's get him out of there. Jeez, what a death. Decaying out there in the trees. Is that even... I mean... I really consider that among the most troublesome ways of dying for a dwarven kind. It's what we call an elven funeral. Alright. So let's fetch up a couple of extra tombs here, just in case. And, well, I don't know how long it'll take now until this last part of the machinery is done, but I think not more than a couple of episodes until we're finally done with that. It's the first of granite in the year 145. If somebody is now dying, it's going to be because of old age, so we don't need to worry about that. I'm so relieved that we're finally getting there, my friends. So it's time for a new hotkey assignment. It's time for a new pump. Yeah, I think this is really actually going to be the way we're going to do it now. There's going to be a door assigned on top of that every time, because that is a way of handling this entire madness, you know. Because I need to organize this somehow. But yeah, we'll be getting there. I somehow have the feeling that we'll be finding adamantine way before we have the magma machine going. Something deep down tells me that the actual pump stack construction will now eat up more time than I originally anticipated. Hey, look at that. We can punch a hole into that thing from this angle. Beautiful. That's what I've been waiting for. All right. Well, there's a couple of baddies here sitting on that floor, blocking so much of my vision. But as you see here, sometimes you can just safely excavate because there has been a cavity like this down below, exposing enough of the room so you're not locked out of it anymore. It's always good when that happens. Okay, the glass flooring up here takes literally forever for them to get done, but whatever. I don't really mind. All right. Well, things are well underway, and here goes the next gush. And with some luck, we'll be finding the next treasures here as well. So I think we totally should be digging out something like that. Hey, we found treasures. Tirist Rigoth, a training axe. Now that is an interesting treasure. That is one interesting treasure. It is also one treasure that goes on the pedestal. So we're slowly collecting the treasures requested from the queen, and this is really exciting. I mean, seriously. Technically, I could have filled those pedestals a while ago, but, you know, personally find it a lot more fulfilling to have something visible there. It's really so much cooler that way. But no shame in it to make it the other way either. Just feel like there should be a sprite for all of these items by now. Hey, look at that. The tomb of the chest is now looking really nicely. We've struck Sapphire. Okay, that is useful. Look at us lucky fools. Wow. So this is so good because it is entirely safe to do so, because there is really a very, very low likelihood that there is anything bad lurking inside there. If so, we can finally just slam down the doors shut and leave the poor fools to rot in the depths below. There is one danger spot, and this is that one. So tell you what, we're not going to be fools another time. No. We're going to make a engraving here. I totally don't expect anything bad to be in there, but if there is a demon behind that wall, it could even slip through there and swim through the water inside of the fort. That's why I gotta be more careful than that. And it's just one of those spots where I can't really look into it because it's all covered by previous problems of sorts. Now that's where it takes you, you know. Here the water kind of blocked us out. There's always other reasons for not being capable, but yeah. You see, now that opened up the vision into that area, and that's what I came for. Alrighty, so a bit more glass flooring in that area back here. Wait a sec, is that even glass here? Nah, it ain't. Oh no. We now ordered silver floor. I mean, that's absolutely sparkly and fashionable, but not what we've been looking for. But here, that's really good news. And the next step is us kicking down the door here. So there is another cavity here, so let's take care of that. And another one here. So far, we got off very, very lucky with this level here. There's been nothing to be scared about in this level so far. I mean, I really don't know what's going on there. We can't really tell. Okay. Pumping time. There we go. Making me so darned happy to get one step further each time. I mean, this way I also got an opportunity to check whether or not everything is in place as it should be. It's not that bad. I mean, we can make a very high quality network this way. Alright. Doors are these days on high demand. Therefore, we got a hard time dooring this place up. So yeah, if we keep punching holes into the ground now, we're starting to get our get magma in our closer vicinity. And demon, angel, treasure, fireball, treasure, invisible treasure though. A skirt, shirt, skirt. So yeah. Totally fine for me. And obviously, it's also safe to take our stuff from here. Alright. It's almost glassing time. So let's make that door here top priority. Dislodge these. Alright. Well, I feel a little bit sad about the fact that we're not able to excavate the entirety there of that column, but it's to me quite obvious that this is wishful thinking. Well, why is that construction inactive? I'm not agreeing with that. This one is just waiting for construction. Well, I am very, very impatient with my pumps, okay? Admittedly. Alright, but I think we can deglass and reglass another floor. Nice. Like I said several times before, this is always a nice feeling of triumph for me. As it gives me that wonderful feeling of achievement that we've beaten yet another level of the depths down below. Alright, so glass floor time. And we're going to do no more random diggings, no more shady off-site diggings and high-risk operations. No. The Queen has demanded that we triple our security efforts. As she ain't no fool, and I guess she is well aware of the impact of our actions here. Speaking about which, time to pop another cavity. It's the last one that we got here. So, I really don't know why that pump never got started. Sometimes I feel as if they are... because of a lack of glass blocks, I suppose. It kind of makes me wonder if there's something not in order here. But no. It's all as it should be. I'm just confused that this construction is just not getting activated. But I also ordered a ton of new things to get done, and I know how my dwarves behave when I start glassing something. That's always high time. Everybody wants to either rip out something of the old floor or place down something of the new floor. Admittedly, it might be really one of the big events of the fort here, you see. Dear impatient part of mine, there it is. Okay. Hey, look at that. This part is also finally done. So we can now finally build the walls for the gate. So we can also save our own fort from the magma that we're going to pour on the rest of the world. Smart, hey? I know. So, time to order these fools to get their decaying clothing out of the way. Yay, another treasure of the gods. So, today, this was one heck of a lucky episode. We found only treasures, I feel like. That's also a very big relief, as it means that we can perfectly excavate this boulder here. And tell you what we're going to do. We're going to snuck in a door in here. Top-notch priority. And there she goes. Alright. I mean, there's not that many surprises here. As we already see a lot of this floor at that spot here. I would love to pour it though into this area here, so that's what we're going to do. But preferably after the whole glassing business has been dealt with. Right now, I feel like I would really risk a lot of lives by doing so. And I think I really... Yeah, well, this was solid for sure. Ah, well, we're keeping it like that, though. Oh, a giant Oriole is being beaten to death on the top surface level, I guess. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of commotion around here still until the last of the last blocks are being carried away. But beyond that, another pump has been finished. Okay. It's gonna be a very, very majestic moment once that whole pump stack goes off, though. I'm so much looking forward to that. Alright, as it stands right now, we only have one cavity here that we could safely crack open somewhere around there. But obviously we need more glass flooring here. All right. And also, this will be the point where we are introducing the magma into the system. I'm pretty sure that there will be some obsidian forming at some point, so I'm not too worried about that. So, yeah, there's another one of these birds trying to get killed. They're literally asking for their death, these creatures. Yay, another screw pump. So, my good friends, this is the end of one of the most peaceful episodes since a while. I mean, to me personally, it's a big relief to see that we're merely strangling a couple of birds on our way, and besides that, there's really not much chaos, death, and mayhem happening, because we had our fair share of these tragic incidents and losses and dead people, and the fortress is still recovering from all these events. It'll take a while, not gonna lie, it'll take a while, but all in all, I'm really fond of our progress here, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did, and it's sadly time to say goodbye yet again. And so, feel free to leave me your comments. As usual, I am very, very happy to hear back from you, and I'd be super happy if you'd left a thumbs up. It's always nice to get some help on the algorithm game, and of course consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I'd be very, very delighted to have you. You also can find plenty of helpful links in the description box below. There is the entire Savage Lands saga, where I'm playing 4 more forts on this small world here, and there's also my Discord server where you can find like-minded gamers among my person, and among these my person. Yeah, talking ain't working that well anymore. And of course, Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. I'd be super delighted if you'd gave them a go, and I want to say a big thanks to all the supporters of the channel, and a big, big thanks especially to you watching this video up until the very end. I deeply, deeply appreciate. I hope you had a good time. See you all in the next episode, and goodbye.